That's a nice car. I like your car, man.
Oh, I see you like my car. You want to go take it for a spin?
Yeah, for sure. I'll take it for a straight. Welcome to another episode of Let's Roll Out, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are in the amazing 435 M Performance. Do what you love and you will never ever work a day in your life. Now, BMW has always given its customer choices. And with the 3 Series, there were many. They had the 318, 20, 25, 30, and at the top they had the mighty 335. That car developed an amazing 300 horsepower, 300 foot-pounds of torque, available to you at 1300 RPMs. Now, that was the second time that BMW tried turbo technology in its vehicles. Its first was back in 1973 in its 2002. But in 2007, something changed. Audi introduced its A5. Now, with its new name designation for its two-door coupe and convertible, Audi was able to ask a higher premium. Now, not wanting to be outdone by Audi, BMW then introduced its 4 Series in 2012. Now, this car comes nicely equipped. We have the blacked out grille in the front, carbon fiber lower front splitter, blacked out side mirrors, some of BMW's most awesome wheels, 20-inch low profile on the front and back with M Performance brakes on the inside, M Performance badging around the vehicle to let the world know that this is no ordinary 435. And when speed is on the agenda, carbon fiber rear spoiler on the deck lid to keep you planted to the road, and at the bottom, rear diffuser. It doesn't stop there though. BMW have added the performance exhaust, limited slip differential, and air intake to complete the car. Now, this car has 300 horsepower standard, but with the upgrades, we are now up to 325. Step inside the vehicle. We have the amazing M Sport steering wheel with your cruise controls and voice activation, telephone, up and down in your volume controls and your mode presets. Everything laid out perfectly. Now, this is a nice steering wheel. Beefy in your hands, but also soft to the touch. As we move over here, we have the M Sport shifter. Dual zone climate control for both driver and passenger, and brushed aluminum along the die. Now, one thing that I like about this car, even though it's a 2-door coupe, I'm 6'2", I'm still able to sit comfortably in the back seat. And that is something that, when it comes to Audi or Mercedes, you cannot have that comfort unless, of course, you're a lot shorter than I am. It's always a beautiful day when you get a nice, special car to drive. And thanks to my boy Ben for lending us his car that we'll be able to do our show. It's been fantastic driving this car. It is so nice. It's very responsive. Of course, we know it has the inline 3-liter, putting out 325 horsepower to the rear wheels, and we get the pleasure of enjoying a manual transmission. Of course, we know automatics are more popular these days, but it's great to see that BMW has not forgotten the enthusiast in giving us manual cars to truly play with. Now, BMW says this car is able to do 5 seconds, 5.1 to 100K. And we had the opportunity to explore that today, and I can tell you, the way this car feels is so responsive. You don't feel that surge of a V8, but you get that linear acceleration at all times. And it's such a beautiful thing to experience. As we go through the gears, perfectly smooth, precise shifting every time. We do have 6 to play with. And of course, around town, it's better to enjoy the first 3, for that's where you get the engine at its sweet spot. Now, you're able to get full torque on this car at 1200 RPMs. So that's giving you 300 to 312 foot-pounds of torque. Now, if you take the traction controller, of course, you will light the tires up. But we choose to reserve that today. Tires are not cheap. Now, this car corners exceptionally well, and that has a lot to do with the fact that it's wider, lower, and lighter than its predecessor. It gives you a great sense of balance and security as you explore these corners. Now, here as we head onto the highway, you can definitely see how fast this car accelerates. It doesn't give you that great surge of power pressing you back into your seat, but you can see it on the speedometer. Now, I can see why BMW do so well as a company. They're able to make great sports cars affordable for the everyday person, and fun is so easily accessible. You can enter into any BMW at any price point and still know that fun comes standard. And with this 435, it is absolutely no different. See, my question is this: what's the point of having a sports car that doesn't ignite the feeling inside of you to make you feel and smile every time you look at it, or when you step inside or shift that gear? There's no point, right? We've got the perfect road to do just that. So let's have some fun. See, these are the twisties that make a BMW a BMW. And boy, yes, it handles the corners so well. It is so balanced. Man, I'm at home right here. It's a beautiful feeling. This is what every BMW driver lives for, to find that perfect road where you can really see the true potential of your car. And yes, we've got it right here as you downshift in the corners. Oh my God, this is such an exciting feeling. Oh, bring it down. 1, 2, 3, out of the corner. Yes. Hope you can see the joy on my face that I'm having as we take these corners. Oh my gosh. I feel like a kid in a candy store, I tell you. It is such a beautiful feeling. BMW 435 and performance. It does a fantastic job. And I'm loving this. I'm loving this. This has just made my day. To have a road like this to drive. The one thing that I really wished for though. Now, this car is beautiful, but I wish BMW had put a little more feedback into this steering. Of course, it's the early stages of electric steering, but they could have done a little bit more. And just to feel a little bit when you're at the edge of performance, you can get some of that back through the steering wheel. And with this one, you don't get that much. It's a very, very numb feeling. But yeah, it's still a beautiful thing. I love it. I love it. This is Let's Roll Out. And once again, we thank you for joining us. It is always a pleasure having you, and we appreciate the time you spend with us. Once again, if you like our show, please subscribe. What's the point of having a sports car if it doesn't ignite those feelings of...
So I just